It's Christmas Eve. We're ramping up for tomorrow, Christmas Day, when you've got a 3-year-old in the house. Is a fun time, lots of presents, lots of happiness. But I wanted to shoot a video and just say very simple, Merry Christmas and thank you to people watching this video. These aren't the kind of videos that go viral anytime soon. They're not the kind of videos that people share or put up on your chat rooms or whatever, stuff like that. These are personal. This is just me talking to the people who watch my channel regularly and just saying Christmas wish. Hope you guys are doing well out there. I hope you guys are staying positive after what has been a really tough year, and just to say Merry Christmas and thank you for checking in, thank you for support, and thank you for whatever it is you do to help this channel stay on track and keep on growing little by little. But we're getting there. And I wanted to, I'm aware. I know, it's not like I think of myself as Seth Fowler. If you don't know who that is, some people won't. He has like 700,000 subscribers or something, and the sneaker companies give him sneakers to talk about rather than the other way around. And I know that, but I am aware of what I am and what my channel is. And one thing that it isn't very personal. I don't put much personal information into my videos. I keep it usually about the shoes and just talk about the shoe itself, and then maybe a bit about the wider sort of sneaker community, but rarely, I'll toss in little bits about my little girls who's sleeping on the sofa right beside us at the moment, or stuff going on in my life. There was a little while there when we did some coronavirus videos as well, when things were kicking off, and I was doing live videos about the coronavirus so people out there could know what it was like on the ground here in Japan. But basically, I don't put much personal in, but then, I'll do these special videos that are a personal thing. It's just about me, it's about my life, it's about what I'm thinking about. And that's for the people who regularly watch the channel. Like I say, I know these kind of videos probably don't get more than 30 or 40 views because that's the number of people who are really invested on a regular basis with the channel, and it's you guys that I'm talking to. But I don't mind that. That's the way I like it to be. I like to focus on the sneakers in the channel and then keep the personal stuff for these one-off videos every so often. So first and foremost, guys, thank you very much. Just thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking that like button. Thanks for dropping comments. People watching, the interacting with the ads and stuff like that around the videos and all that kind of stuff. It all helps little by little and helps me keep the channel going on. So I really do truly appreciate it. And I was thinking, when I was going to make this video, I thought, right, what can I do to give back to those people? And I thought the only thing I can really do is just tell you what I'm thinking, and hopefully it will help you guys with what you're thinking. That's all I've got for you today. All I've got is the gift of thought, and hopefully that's enough to help you guys, just have a little bit of positivity in your lives, and that little bit of positivity will grow and grow as we go into the new year, and hopefully we'll head towards a more positive place, because let's be honest, it's been a very, very difficult year for many, many people. Now for me, it started back in February when we had a big month at work. It was a lot of stress going on in there. We actually had visitors come to the work, and they were very influential in what we do, and they literally left, and days later places around the world started closing down. International travel started closing down. The pandemic started to kick off first in China, and then gradually sort of spreading out to the close areas around Asia, and then it went like fully international with the let me see, it's not a pandemic, it's a pandemic now. What's it called when it's just in one place? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's an epidemic when it's localized to one place, but when it gets international, it's now a pandemic. So that was, February, March was when things were really kicking off, and we were really close to China, so people were very worried about what was going on for us in here in Japan. But it's never really grabbed a hold. At the moment, we're in the worst it's ever been, to be honest. I know a lot of other countries are sort of coming down off of their worst, but even for us, we're talking something like is it like 700 or 800 new cases a day in Tokyo, and maybe 2,000 or 3,000 new cases a day in the whole country. And when you compare that to the tens of thousands, of cases, I think there's like 40 deaths in a day or something like that, which is terrible. It's terrible. People's lives are totally disrupted by that. But relative to the thousands of deaths in a day that you get in other places, it never really got that bad here. And fingers crossed, touch wood, it never really will. But that was what was going on in February, March. Was a lot of people were worried that us being that close to China, things would get terrible. And a big thing for us this year was the Olympics getting moved to next year. And part of my channel was all about trying to sort of ride the wave of the Olympics. So we'll have to postpone that for next year and see if what comes with the Olympics will help the channel too. But it's just a tough year. It's a tough year all around for a lot of people. I mean, the coronavirus really hasn't gotten that close to my family or me personally yet. It has gotten within touch and distance of me personally, but never actually affected anyone in my family or anyone in my close circle of friends. So it's not. I know there are people out there who might be watching this who have gone through a much more terrible time than me. People who've actually suffered losses or been infected or lost work and things like that. So it's been a tough year, and I know for me it's not been as hard as it has been for a lot of people out there. Work has been stable, family life has been stable, we've stayed healthy and we've stayed happy. But I was thinking maybe that's what we need to do. That's what my message will be. My Christmas message in today's video was all about that. There were three things that I was really thinking about. One of them was that we should be more aware and grateful for what we have than worrying about what we don't have. And I think the pandemic will help that sort of shift in humanity, is that people, instead of reaching for the stuff that they don't have, I don't have this car, this house, this job, reaching for the things they don't have, instead of doing that, they'll be like, what I do have is this, and I do have that. And so appreciate what you have rather than being too worried about what you don't have. I think that'll be a big thing that'll change, next year as we hopefully get over the sort of, into the vaccinated kind of less intense pandemic. I'm sure it won't be going away anytime soon, but at least less intense. So number one, let's focus on what we have instead of trying to reach for what we don't have. So that's message number one from me. Message number two, and this really struck me. I heard it recently for about the 100th time, but it took 100 times of hearing it before I realized how important it was. And it's a quote that's maybe 100 or 200 years old, so it's not my quote. It's not recent. It's not contemporary. It's an old quote. But what it is it says, "Be kind to people because everybody's fighting a tremendous battle." It's something along those lines. Be kind to people because everyone's fighting a tremendous battle. And the point of it is that every person in their own life, what they're doing is really big to them. You know what I mean? And even to us, it might not look like it's a big deal. Oh, why are you so worried about that? Why is that a big deal to you? For them, that's their big battle. So instead of me sort of imposing my kind of like personal perspective on somebody else, I think I need to do a better job of actually saying, well, what you've got going on is important in your life and is big in your life, even though it might not be big in my life, and I should respect that it's big for you and think about that in terms of how big it is for you and not how big it is for me. So be kind to people, because you just don't know what a big battle it is that they're fighting in their own lives, even if it's a small battle for you. Even if you think it's a small battle, for them it's a big battle, and that's the important point. So, and then the sort of third thing that I wanted to emphasize, this is my hope for the coming year for me, is I'm kind of getting into a mental space where I'm trying to assume the best of people. I haven't always done a good job of that in the past. I haven't always been very good at sort of just assuming that what people are saying to me is open and honest, and it is what it is on face value. Not always, but I often look for like a deeper meaning to things, and I'm going to try and do a better job of assuming that what comes to me and what I see and what people say to me and do around me is of good intent, and not try to like pick it apart. So I'm going to start off with that. Now there's a saying that goes with that as well, which is hope for the best and plan for the worst. And I think I need to do a better job of hoping for the best. I tend to get a little bit negative and sort of assume that the worst is going to happen. But instead of doing that, I'm going to hope for the best. And even if the worst does happen, I'll be ready for it, but I've actually been ready for the best as well. So they're my three nuggets of hope, and happiness and positivity that I want to bring to you guys out there, coming into the new year, coming out of this Christmas vibe, a positive Christmas message that's all about going into the new year with a positive mindset, ready to be kind to people, and to just trust that whatever's going on in their life is a big deal to them, and respect that. Assume that people are being honest and kind with you. Plan for the worst, but expect the best, hope for the best. And then what was the other thing? Was be kind to people. Plan for the best. What was it? Plan for the worst. What was it? Not plan for the worst. It's hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And then what was the other thing? I've already forgotten what it is. I'm looking at the iPad down here to try and work out what it is. Fight the battle, really struggling, plan for the best. Assume and appreciate. That's it. Yes. Finally, appreciate what you have. Instead of thinking about what you don't have, trying to reach for those things that you don't have and trying to get that, better car, better house, better job, whatever it is in your world. Instead of that, appreciate what you do have. So they're my 3 Christmas positive messages to you guys out there. Assume the best of people, and if they don't reach that, then that's okay. Be ready to deal with that, but just start off assuming the best of people. Don't take for granted what you've got. What you've got, appreciate that stuff that's right around you and nearby to you, and what you've already got and what you've already made, instead of what you haven't yet done or you haven't yet got. And then assume the best in people, and be kind to people, because they too they've got big challenges in their lives that maybe you don't know about, but for them they are big challenges. So hopefully these positive messages will carry you guys into the new year. A personal video today. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before, to be honest. I've done stuff that's a bit more personal, but it's not about my thoughts and my feelings. So hopefully that's a new sort of way of doing it. Hopefully you guys appreciate that. Hopefully you'll hit me up with some positive affirmations in the comments down below about what you're looking forward to try and make 2021 a positive year. And hopefully we can, come out of what has been a tough 2020 and into 2021. And go forward and grow things and build things and make things positive and great. So like I said at the top of this video, all I really want to do today is one simple little thing, give you those words of what's going on inside my mind and my thinking. But really, basically, this video is all about just saying 2 things. First is Merry Christmas to you out there. Hopefully you're in a good place, doing good things in a positive, happy world. And the other thing is just say thank you. Thank you very much for checking out the content, helping the channel, pushing the channel forward as we continue to chip away at this thing called YouTube. For now though, time for me to do what I do at the end of every single video. Even though it's Christmas Eve right now, and this will be Christmas Day's video. But even then, I'm still churning out that daily content. And Boxing Day tomorrow, I'll be back with another video. And because of that, it means that I can say at the end of this video that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.